We welcome you live to the season number 5 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series race at Watkins Glen International, and we're here up and running tonight from Watkins Glen. This is the Truck Series. The trucks are, of course, back, and it's the second ever time they'll be visiting a road course. And, of course, obviously, it's Watkins Glen week around the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League, and we cannot wait for this to be underway. So, of course, only 25 lapper tonight, but of course it is around the Watkins Glen International in Watkins Glen, New York State, that is, of course. And it's with the trucks. So of course we get the Grand National Series tomorrow here at the Glen, the Cup Series on Thursday, and it's a packed week of action here from Watkins Glen International for, of course, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. We're also going to have radio-style broadcasting the next 2 nights, not today, unfortunately, for the Truck Series. Going to have, of course, radio-style for Grand National tomorrow. Landon Johnson will be joining me there, maybe somebody else, and then Eli Franklin for the Cup Series, maybe somebody else as well. I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. But we're going to be doing normal-style commentary today with Landon Johnson joining me in the booth. So, Landon, of course, it is a Truck Series race yet again. It's race number 4 of the 6-race challenge. So the points are looking pretty close, as we'll be going over those in a minute. But it's a road course for these truckers. They did Lime Rock Park last season, so they do have road course experience here in the Truck Series, but not, of course, this year we're coming off of Rockingham. So what do you think we could possibly expect here tonight at the Glen?
I mean, the Glen always has good racing every time we go here, and definitely going to see the road course ringers shine tonight.
All right, so and just public service announcement here. If I sound a little weird and I'm like yelling a little bit, it's because I can't exactly hear out of one ear right now. So we're having a little issue with that, but hopefully that gets all sorted out. My my personal issues for tomorrow at least. So should be interesting, I guess. All right, but truck's going to be on the racetrack here in a minute. Of course, half-hour warm-up session to start off. Then we have a 10-minute open qualifying session. Of course, obviously, as always, it's open qualifying at road courses for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. No different tonight. And here we go in Watkins Glen International. This is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series. Trucks are back, and here we go. All right. Race number 4 of the 6-race truck challenge. We cannot wait for it to get underway here at the Glen. So it's a beautiful racetrack, obviously, here at Watkins Glen International. And trucks are going to pull onto the track. Here's your winner in Rockingham. The last time out, actually, Richard Cheery driving the 30 truck. There are, of course, a lot of road course ringers in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. Cheery is a very good road course racer. Actually nearly won Watkins Glen a couple of years ago in the Cup Series. Here comes the 66 of Matthew White, multi-time truck winner, last season's Truck Series champion as well. Matthew actually was on his way to win Eldora this season until, yeah, I think we all know what happened there. He's on the racetrack heading down the back straightaway here. Here's the 14 truck. Of course, you're going to have Rams for the first time ever in the Truck Series. Here in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series, we're actually going to have Rams on the racetrack. And this one's blinking a little bit. Heads to the bus stop.
Found one, Ethan.
Found what?
Check.
Oh. All right, send that over to me.
I did.
All right, I'll look at
2,500.
Wow. All right. Well, here's Pace and Lindsay here coming to the bus stop. This is a weird throwback for Pace and Lindsay. He's actually throwing it back to, I know we had Darlington throwback week last week, not for the trucks obviously, but he's actually throwing it back to a Daniel Suarez kart, a go-kart from his childhood. And that's the pace scheme right now. So definitely interesting use of free will for Pace and Lindsay.
Don't guess how much miles I have.
Oh God.
80,000.
8,000?
80,000.
Oh. I thought you said 800 for a second.
It's New Jersey, the draft for.
What?
It's in Jersey.
Well, let's just drop my location then, okay. Wow,
Welcome you from the
unbelievable.
great state of New Jersey, where Ethan Trindler.
No,
Put his address down in the description.
No, next try. Here is Max Thompson, the 75, heading down the back straightaway. He's had a great National Series season. So, of course, in the Truck Series, the races that have been ran so far, obviously Daytona, like every season. We ran Rockingham a little bit ago, and then we also ran, where did we run? Oh, God. That was a voice crack, but where did we run?
Oh, my God. How am I supposed to?
Was it Homestead?
No, we didn't go to Homestead yet this season. Oh, wait, no, yeah, we did, but definitely didn't run trucks. Oh, yeah, Eldora, how could I forget?
Matthew White sure does not forget.
Yeah, I'd say so myself also. So, a dirt track, a short, or kind of shorter oval last week at, or last time out at Rockingham, and then a super speedway at Daytona. Now we go to a road course, and the most cursed thing I've ever seen, Cameron Chandler in a Dodge. I usually see this paint scheme, of course, on a Chevy for Cup Grand National everything, but he's running his Monster Energy car right now on a Ram. So, yeah, a little bit cursed for Cameron Chandler. And 4 manufacturers, of course, now in the Truck Series: Chevrolet, Ford, Toyota, and Ram. And we have Zane Rahman going for a bit of a spin in a Chevy. He will go around there. All right, so just about 8 minutes into this warm-up session in Watkins Glen. Here's Sherry in the 30 once again. Let's actually look at your Truck Series standings entering tonight at the Glen. Of course, the 6 Race Challenge Championship that's going on right now. Payson Lindsay actually leads the Truck Series points. Knox Thompson currently sits P2 with points, 7 back. You see Erdman, he is 12 back. Eric Lotz is 13 back. Cameron Chandler still top 5 in points, but he's 18 back. There, of course, still are 3 races to go. Watkins Glen, of course, this week Talladega, and then the Las Vegas finale. Cole Wilson currently sits 21 back, and Ashton Miller sits 26 back. For the Truck Series mini-season championship this season. Here's Bryce Benton in a Ram. Napa on board, another kind of cursed image here. Of course, trucks at the Glen, we've never actually done this in the league at all before. Of course, the first ever time we're sending them here in the Truck Series. Haven't ever done lobbies with this combo either, so it definitely should be interesting today. Here's Eli Franklin. So Eli, you've been on the racetrack now here in this 14 truck. So what's overall the balance feeling on the racetrack here at the Glen?
Honestly, it feels pretty good. I haven't really got loose besides getting off the bus stop. I haven't got loose there, but overall the car feels pretty good. Obviously, I'm not the best at the road courses, but overall the truck feels really good compared to Grand National car.
Yeah, so we'll see. Matthew White so far top of the board. Cherry is second. Miller is third. A lot of the guys you'd expect up here at the road courses. And around goes Franklin. All right. All right, so Cole, Landon Johnson, can you take over commentating duties for about 2 minutes? I gotta go do something real quick, so I can actually, hear.
I'm gonna check my Facebook Marketplace. You know you have to speak to commentate, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't even know who we're on board with right now because the numbers are all messed up. I must say this is... No clue. I see
Where they
Matthew
at?
White, bus stop. It's in the 14 truck.
I'm the 14. That's
Oh, there's
not
another
right.
14. I know, he's got his stuff all screwed up. But Matthew
Good
White,
advice.
Matthew White, top of the board right now by half a second over Bryce Mitten. Richard Cherry P3. Oh, somebody hard in the wall down the straightaway. Miller fourth. Top four separated by just a second. We got Knox Thompson P5. Cameron Chandler P6. As Cameron just goes P2 on the board. We got Herklutz P7. Basin P8, the points leader. We got the 10 truck. Shelton P9. Wyatt Youngblood P10. As they go through the S's.
All right, so we're back here at the Glen. I can actually hear a little better now. Luckily. So maybe I won't have to scream over myself. So, anyways, what happened when I was gone, Landon Johnson?
I just went over like the running order. You're the top 10 on the leaderboard.
This is why you get paid a lot of money. You want to tell everybody what happened last Thursday?
I won something.
Wow, very informative.
The Southern 500.
Yep. Incredible scenes last season or last week for Landon Johnson. Just unbelievable stuff. I know technically he didn't cross the start-finish line first. We had a little bit of post-race interesting moments, but he, of course, is now a Southern 500 winner. His first ever NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series win, and his first NASCAR iRacing FedEx League win since Atlanta Lotties back week 1 in 2023. So it's definitely a long time coming. Here's the 17. They just keep shelving. He's going to run past it all 17 truck or car. And it's Pace and Lindsay will dive down into turn 1 here. And that Ford machine. Interesting to see Payson run a different number than 99, or at least 7 at this point. And it looks like we're going to have Baron Cohen Jr. in the race. He always kind of does run these truck races from time to time. He actually, funny enough, is the spotter of John Butler in the Cup Series. So, but Baron actually tries to stay in the 09 truck, which is, of course, John's Cup number. And, of course, the Truck Series runs for Johnson Motorsports. And actually, you have John Butler spotting for him whenever Baron Cohen Jr. runs these truck races. So Landon Johnson, of course, you're obviously the team owner of those guys. What's it like with that kind of relationship?
Yeah, I mean, it's really good for those two to have that kind of relationship. I mean, it's like there's not very many people that just want to be spotters every week, and John just tells his spotter to just jump in the truck sometimes and just get after it, and John just spots for him.
He was actually, Baron was very good in the points last season. I know he finished very well in the point standings, so he definitely has some talent here in the Truck Series. Here's Woodard. He's making his NASCAR iRacing FedEx League debut today. He's actually a driver for Ethan McMillan. He's one of his friends, driving for M&F Racing, their team. M&F Racing is running 3 different manufacturers today, by the way. You got Cole Clausen in a Chevy, Woodward here in a Ford, and Ethan McMillan is in a Ram. I mean, and then Landon Fish, whenever he does trucks, he runs a Toyota, so it's definitely...
What a crazy race they got going.
I know.
We got someone near the top of the board.
Huh?
Ashton Miller to the top of the board, yeah.
Yeah, Miller is a very underrated road course racer. He doesn't have many, I don't think he has any official wins here that don't include lobbies, but he always has speed at these tracks. He's definitely very underrated one to watch for today, I would say. Oh my
That's
God.
going to hurt.
Yeah. That was Wyatt Youngblood.
Cameron's
Here's
at the top
Baron
of the
Cohen.
board now.
Oh yeah, that's a good lap by the Ram Chandler. So here is Baron Cohen Jr. in the 09. Heats truck, of course. Like John Hubbard runs in the Cup Series. Cool to see Barron out here yet again.
We've got some crazy races here at Watkins Glen. You would have thought that at Watkins Glen we have a car flipping, and when the car's flipping, it's still able to race.
I mean, you remember the last season's Cup race here? My goodness, that was wild. Yeah, I think it was like Andrew Stacy or someone go airborne. You had Pace and Lindsay nearly flipped last season in the Cup Series race. The Grand National race was crazy as well. What I'm going to see this week, of course, an added race with the trucks. So Watkins Glen is definitely a driver's favorite and probably also a fan's favorite track every season. We added another race this year with the Truck Series. There's more opportunities for things to happen. Matthew White goes back top of the board now, so they are kind of switching here. Track looks like it might be picking up pace. Here goes Lindsay across the line. It is interesting that Pace and Lindsay's doing this throwback. I don't think I've ever seen somebody throw it back to some of their favorite driver's cart before, but it's certainly unique. And I don't think I've ever seen someone do a throwback at Watkins Glen either. Alrighty, here comes Chandler down the front straightaway, was just top of the board earlier. He will go across the line now. Damn, Eli, does that motor actually work on that thing?
I have no clue. It says works fine in the description.
Used motor, transmission, 80K. It's actually a Ram. Well, we're looking for a Ford, but I'd take anything at this point.
Yeah, you can't find something that cheap that has under 100,000.
Yeah, I know.
Rushed it out.
Eh.
You're gonna say yeah until you fall through the seat. You're sitting on the drive shaft.
It adds character.
Your pedals are just gonna be hovering above the ground because you have no floorboard.
It's not that old. It's, what is it, like, oh, it actually is really old. Okay. It's 25 or 24 years old, so, you know. But, you know.
Fine, I'll look for better ones that are Ford that's less than $3,000. That's gonna be impossible to find.
Yeah, I know.
Half the truck's probably missing. And there he goes.
Wow, Eli. That probably cost $2,000 right there.
Yep, I don't
Coming
pay
out
down.
of your pocket too.
Yeah, you're crazy. I'll be back in Marketplace and look for more trucks.
So while we're 5 seconds off the pace because we're too busy about trucks.
Oh wow,
I mean,
whatever. I don't know.
It's truck night, obviously.
Truck night in America.
Yep. Hell yeah, buddy. 10 minutes to go in practice. We got open qualifying coming right up here at Watkins Glen.
What's your year range?
1944.
But yeah, okay. I don't think, did they even have pickup trucks back then? Maybe. Actually, yeah, they did. Here's Cole Wilson in a Ram anyways. I was looking like 2013. Maybe something right now. 2013, 2014.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Oh, big. Oh, we already clipped the wall going in the bus stop right there.
Yeah, Cole Wilson, unbelievable stuff here. He's actually a truck, or not a Truck Series winner, but a Grand National Series winner here at Watkins Glen back in Season 3.
It's kind of weird seeing him in a 72 truck.
He has actually ran this number for the Truck Series a little bit. I know he's ran this a lot in lobbies, but not. I don't think he's actually ran the Truck Series in a while. But here's Herklotz once again, back into turn 1.
think the track's starting to slow down again. Those top 4 ain't welcome positions anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it can do that. We're going to see what happens, of course, in open qualifying coming up. "25 laps, of course, today. No halfway break, of course, for the Truck Series. So it is actually a relatively short race if you think about it. If we don't get any yellows, which is pretty common not to have cautions at a road course, this race could be over pretty soon. But as I say that, the amount of cautions we got for Grand National Cup last season was astonishing, so who knows.
Got a pretty good car count, too.
Yeah, I think we're missing a couple of trucks, too. I'm not exactly sure. Should be some other drivers here in a minute. Even to go to the qualifying gets underway here. Here's Chandler and Matthew. Heading up to the inner loop here. Turn 3.
That'll be the
Down the back straightaway coming to the bus stop.
That'll be the 2 favorites tonight, along
Most
with
likely,
Miller.
Yeah, Bryce Benson could also be good here. He had a little issue here in both Grand National and Cup last season. That ultimately got him suspended for the next week.
Hunsicker up to the top 5 on the board.
I don't think Braden's won a single race in the league, lobbies, trucks, Grand National Cup, nothing. Since his, well, obviously season 4 championship last season, but it's a race at Dover last season, back last October. All right, I do want to ride along with somebody here, but these two are racing really hard. Let's look back here. I do want to try to take you guys along here for a ride in Watkins Glen. So we're going to ride along with Braden Hunsicker for a lap and just take it all in. Or not. There we go. Finish the lap, but at least did the most of it. And he'll hard into the wall after hitting the gravel trap. That's, I guess, most of a lap around here at Watkins Glen. Anyways, Eli, that F-150 you sent me right now, I would dead ass go buy that tomorrow. My goodness.
There's 3. I found 3. There you go. You picked.
How are they so cheap? My God.
The best smoking guy available. I know my stuff.
This one's not. I might be I might not make it back if I go to this city. But the other the other one looks pretty good. All right, so about 5 minutes left to go. Eli, I'm going to ask you a random question, but what's your favorite corner or corners around here at Watkins Glen?
I like the straights. That's about it.
Oh wow.
But
That just didn't even answer his question.
Yeah, they're not. Those aren't corners.
if I had to pick, probably I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this track. I'd probably have to say right before the start and finish line.
Turn
There's
one.
2 right before the start.
The
No,
last
the
corner?
4, ding dong. The final 2. That's important too, because you have to have a good run to have a good run straight away.
I would love to get an even 20 here. That'd be nice. But of course, it's the Truck Series at the Glen. They haven't really raced here that often in real life either. I only remember they raced here back in 2021. They also raced here last year. Corey Heim, of course, won last season's race. The greatest Truck Series driver of all time. Pretty soon.
Holy.
Here is Cole James. He's currently 5th on the board. See, at a road course, the top 7 being separated by only like 0.4 of a second is actually very impressive. This is going to be a good race today.
I mean, like, the whole top 10 is only separated by a second.
Yeah, it's pretty close around here at the Glen. I mean, for a road course, that's really good. And oh my, we have a tie. As I say that, we have a tie for the fastest lap between Miller and White. That's crazy at a road course. Wow. Now I'm really excited for this race. Holy.
So like all wreck in front of them.
And Bryce Benton's less than a half-tenth back as well, in 3rd. So it is crazy close here at the top. I did not know who I could possibly pick for pole. Oh, man. 2 Ford's going to nearly wreck down the front straightaway.
I think I'm a good favorite.
All right, up the hill they go, the inner loop. Scott Wilson being chased down by his teammate Cameron Chandler. He will look to the inside, down the back straightaway, 2 Rams. Oh, and he's going to turn him. Around goes Wilson, into the wall hard. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a big hit by Barrett Cohen Jr., and Landon Johnson is not happy.
That's about 100,000.
Yep. I think the engine blew as well, so.
Yeah, that's why I said 100,000.
Oh.
Yeah, we definitely blew it since Cole's still going in reverse. Qualifying's definitely going to be interesting.
I mean, yeah, look at this top 3. Can't get much closer. You can't get closer than what we see out of the top 2 right now. So it is wild. Here's Braden Hunsaker. He, I believe, has 1 Truck Series win to his name. It happened back in Charlotte last season. Defending Cup champion, just looking for any sort of victory that he could possibly get. All right, well that will just about wrap up practice here at the Glen. Here goes, who is this? 95 truck. I believe this might be a Redmond. Okay, well, that'll do it here at the Glen. Here we go. Qualifying is about to come up. Well, here we go. All right, Landon Johnson, just give me a pick for pole.
I don't know, it's going to be really tough. There's 5 or 6 guys that can win the pole.
That's right. I mean, you got to put down some perfect laps. Of course, how open qualifying works, 10 minutes. All trucks on the racetrack at the exact same time, as you can see. You can put down as many lap times as you can. And then, of course, you can start your final lap. And then right before time expires, and you can finish after time expires. That's, of course, how open qualifying works. All trucks on the racetrack at the same time means you got to find some clean air where you can get it. It's a clean racetrack.
I don't know. I'm gonna say, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say Cole James Wilson.
That's kind of a bold choice. He was only basically fifth in practice, so we'll see. And here comes Cherry down the front straightaway. Winner at Rockingham this year. In the Truck Series, he will go down to turn 1.
I can't remember what happened last time at the Glen. It wasn't the truck cars. I had the insane battle in Watkins.
I know, he is very good here at the Glen. Here's Bryce Benson trying to get some clean air. Same thing with Cole Wilson. The 45 truck hasn't been on the racetrack. It's actually no laps of practice. So it's a busy Watkins Glen International here. All these truckers on the track. Only a 25 lap race today, so qualifying is very important. You do not want to start in the back. If you have a wreck in qualifying, something goes wrong on all your laps, yeah, it's going to be bad. Don't want to make that mistake. You also don't want to get your times deleted either. So you can only do about, what, like 4 time laps here at the most?
Yeah, you got it's about a minute 15, minute 14 with second laps.
Maybe 5, I guess, but it's going to be tough to even do that. Cherry will go down. He'll be second on the board. Chandler goes top. Lindsay is third. Miller goes second. Here is Braden Hunsicker. Herklotz is P5. Youngblood is now 6th, though. So far early in this qualifying session, Cameron Chandler is top of the board. Probably will see pickups. Matthew White goes second, but still a 10th down on Chandler. Looks like he had a really good first lap. Here goes Baron Cohn Jr. in the 09 truck. He goes 9th. Here's Knox Thompson, currently 10th on the board in that 75 machine.
What's impressive is the top 3 guys, top 4, wow, Vice President, top 4 guys are going faster lap than they did in practice.
But what a lap by Bryce Benson here. He goes fastest by a 10th and a half. How about that? Now, guys like Cameron Chandler and Matthew Wood, they got to start picking up. But Bryce had some nice clean air on his nose, clean racetrack, went out late as well, so I think the racetrack is improving. That he put down that time, as you can see, pretty late. Here comes Matthew White, currently third. He goes across the line. What is it going to be?
Does not improve.
Yeah, he's going to have to go back down pit road here, so it'll cost him a lap. Here goes that 71 Cole Clausen. No laps in practice for him. Payson Lindsay in the 4. Oh, he's loose in that 4 machine, heading down the back straightaway. Here goes the 95 of CJ Erdman. So far on provisional pole right now, it is Bryce Benson. Here's Cole Wilson, who just wrecked. He went 5th, though.
And we're already halfway through qualifying. These guys only got to put down 2 or 3 laps so far.
I mean, they gotta start pushing here. All right. See that 14, sorry, of Ashton Miller. Look at the inside. He's going to just pull off there. Miller is currently P4 on the timing sheets. Cole Wilson in the 72 truck for Chandler Wilson Racing. 4 minutes to go. Still, it's that 9 truck. Bryce Benson on provisional pole. Currently in Watkins Glen. Here goes Chandler up the hill. Gonna be rocketing down that back straightaway. The bus stop. Ooh, he's very loose. Back end of that truck coming out. Matthew White still a favorite for pole. So good at Watkins Glen. He's got multiple cup wins here. Back one in last season and of course in season 3, going for 3 in a row on Thursday. Here he comes down the front straightaway. What kind of lap time is this going to be for White? No improvement. I mean, nobody's really improved here the last few laps. I'm kind of shocked by that, Landon.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a closer battle for the pole. I mean, like you said, nobody's moving up the board.
I mean, nothing's
Everybody
even switching.
kinda- Everybody kind of put their first 2 laps down, and the tracks just kind of died after that.
I know.
Well, Cole went up 1 spot to fifth. He gained 3/10, so he's up to top 5 now.
It looks like there still is speed in the track. Harklotz goes 10th.
Look at Jacob Polina. Let's see there.
I don't know where that went. Okay. Oh, Matthew White. Oh, that's
Matt-
gonna be. He's gonna have one more shot here. What he's gonna do? Gonna bring it to pit road. Then, once time to that to expire, he'll cross over the line to start his final lap. So it's gonna be one more shot here for White.
Hunsinger about to cross the line here. So is Knox Thompson.
Rated currently P6. Knox Thompson currently 13th.
No lap time for Hunsinger. Knox Thompson's 13th.
Here goes Chandler.
That's Bryce Benson. He gets to improve any bit. That'll help him a lot as he crosses the line here. Doesn't improve. And I think that'll be it for him once he get back on track.
Can anyone do anything? Here goes Chandler on the 8. Down that front straightaway to the line he'll go.
Probably his only lap. This probably is only a lap to get up there.
McMillan just crashed. You don't think he has a lap, if I'm not mistaken.
Matthew White's about to start his final lap.
Yeah, so of course, like we said, you can start your final lap right before time expires, and you'll be able to finish it once after time expires. Cole Wilson, he goes around. He's in a bad spot here, my goodness. Okay. And Wilson's been around a couple times here in qualifying. Around goes Knox Thompson.
Cameron might get around to get one more lap. Still 20 seconds left.
We'll see. Here goes Chandler. Yeah, he probably will have
he's
just
gonna get
enough
the
time.
Be the last driver to take a lap, though.
And the track for starting laps is now closed. Braden Hunsinger just missed out. Coming to the checkered flag, there's Bryce Benson behind Harklotz. Harklotz is P10. Benson does not improve. There's Cole Clausen across the line. Here is the 45 of Jacob Clarino. There's the 4 of Payson Lindsay. Matthew White is behind CJ Erdman currently. And looks like Matthew's running slowly. Is he? No. I think at least. Checkered flag in the air. Here comes Matthew White to the line. Can it be an improvement? Across the line he goes. What is it going to be for the 7 or the 9066? Get the number right. No improvement at all. Cameron Chandler, though, is still on a lap, I believe. Not mistaken. No, he's not. And the track, it just died. That's so weird. That really is strange.
I think that's it. 'Cause I don't think Youngblood, yeah, he's off. Matthew White, we know he didn't complete his final laps. I think that's it for qualifying.
Bryce Benson, how about it?
And Cole Clausen's upside down.
Nope. How about Bryce Benson on pole here? Wasn't really, I guess, a favorite for pole. We expected Chandler and White to have that, maybe Miller, but comes out of nowhere. I don't want to say nowhere, but definitely comes out of a place we did not expect and wins the pole in Watkins Glen for the Truck Series. Cameron Chandler will be on the front row. Those two, as of late in the Cup Series, have really just been the best of the field. Chandler and Benson. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. All right, well, here we go at Watkins Glen International for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series race at the Glen. Only 25 laps today. It is a relatively short one, even though it is a road course. As we welcome you live to the Watkins Glen International tonight for race number 3 of the Truck Series 6-race challenge. And Landon Johnson, can you bring us through our top 10 starting order here?
Yeah. On the pole, it's going to be Bryce Benton, the number 9 truck. Starting second, it's Cameron Chandler. Second row, inside, it's Matthew White in the 66. And then we got P4, we got Ashton Miller. Fifth, we got Cole James Wilson. Then we got next to him, Season 5 Cup Series champion, Braden Hunsaker.
Well, Season 4.
Then we got Season 4, you got that. Row 4, we got Payson Lindsay. Starting P8. Yeah. He has not loaded in yet. P9, Jacob Corolino. And Christian Herklotz starting P10. Cherry's not going to make it, so...
Oh, what happened to Cherry?
That's going to put White Youngblood in the top 10, I believe.
Well, that's really interesting. Big development here. Rich Cherry was supposed to start 7th, and now he didn't make it to the grid? Not sure. None of you saw him disconnect, right?
I think he did.
He did?
Yeah, it's saying disconnected.
Oh, wow. Well, something
He was
happened.
up there in lap times. He was definitely contended for the win.
So that means we will have 20 starters here tonight for the truck race at the Glen. Well, of course, we have 3 races remaining this Truck Series season. All points, of course, very important. Your current points leader, Payson Lindsay, was supposed to start 7th. He will now start 8th. Or supposed to start 8th, now will start 7th. But what kind of gains can the guys up front make on points? It's an all Ram front row. Ram will start 4th as well. They're doing pretty good, better than real life. Then you have Ford in row 2. The first Chevrolet is Braden Hunsaker all the way back in 6th. 4 of the top 6 are Rams. How about that?
We'll say entering the bus stop, it's almost impossible to go double wide. So early on, and especially on restarts, you're going to see some guys have to do take and give. They don't because you're back in the bus stop.
Yeah, it's always like that here at Watkins Glen International. So, of course, it is a very packed week of racing here from Watkins Glen, New York. We are very excited for this week. First up, the truck race here on Tuesday. Grand National tomorrow, Cup race on Thursday, all from this road course. The league has been coming here since the very beginning, but we've never brought the trucks to this track until now, with Benson and Chandler on the front row. Turn 1 could be interesting. Might be dive bomb central if we get some late restarts. Who knows, only 25 laps today, so these drivers might be pretty aggressive early on. Of course, no guaranteed cautions in this race. All right. Pace truck, he's going to pull down the pit road. It's going to be Bryce Benson and Cameron Chandler leading the field to the green flag. The Truck Series race at Watkins Glen is green and underway. Let's go! Trucking at the Glen. Heading down into turn one, Matthew White 3 wide on the inside lane. Want to move by that 66 truck. They're almost 4 wide for the lead with Cole Wilson at the bottom. Wilson backs out of it, White on the inside, pushes his way through, and takes the lead. How about that? But Benton is going to be fighting back. Still there to his inside. They slide their way down, and Matthew's going to clear him. What a move by that 66 of Matthew White. Takes the lead from third place on the grid. Big moves down the back straightaway further back. They're 3 wide, heading to the bus stop. Oh, one truck goes wide. That is Clarino. Oh, we had a wreck. Around goes the 37 of Youngblood in the back. He spins with Knox Thompson. We stay green. Cautions are hard to come by here at road courses. Pacing to the inside of Hunsicker there. Heading down the backstretch. This is currently a battle for P7. Points leader on the outside, Lindsay. He will go wide. Hunsicker's still there. Matthew White, though, we got a car pitting. Or no, trying to slow down the front straightaway. That's Clarino. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe a slowdown penalty. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, he has a slowdown. He said with the radio, yeah, slow down.
That's an unfortunate way to start your race. Lap 1 being led by Matthew White. What a start that he had. Up from third to the lead on the first corner. Benson, your pole sitter, back to second. Wilson is now up to third. Chandler back to fourth.
Cameron was the biggest loser on that start right there, going from second to fourth.
I mean, you do not want to let Matthew White get away with this one. He is so good at this racetrack. He might just destroy you. Glen actually makes a pass on Baron Cohen Jr. for 9th. Those two having a good run inside the top 10 already. Here is Knox Thompson got involved in that wreck before with Youngblood. Ooh, one truck goes wide.
Goes through the grass.
Yeah, Zane Rahman. He's going to lose a bunch of spots back to 16th. Truck battle over here. Front of the field is starting to get a little bit more tight. Bryce Benson trying to run down your leader, Matthew White. Coming to lap 3 this time by. Matthew goes wide. Here comes Benson to his inside. Door to door for the lead. White tries to block him up all the way down to the inside lane. Side by side on lap 3. Down the front straightaway, there's contact. Benson to the inside. Yeah, Wilson, that 72 truck, he is looking, searching all around. Bryce Benson, though, is going to be clear, maybe. Yes, he is on Matthew White. What a move by that 9. White back to second after making a mistake.
Knox Thompson spun. There's 2 cars spun here right after exit turn 1.
Around goes Erdman and Thompson. They both get it fired up again. Will stay green. Heading to the bus stop yet again with your leaders. Benson's still your leader. Now, but Matthew White going to try to get to his bumper. He might actually move him a little bit. What can Cole Wilson do back there waiting in P3? Benson goes wide. Here comes Matthew White. He's to his outside. He's looking. Side by side. What a move by that 66. Can he keep it to the inside? If he can, he'll have the advantage right here. And he will. But he's going to wash up the racetrack. Here comes Cole Wilson. 3 wide for the lead. Benton somehow clears them both on the outside lane, but Cole Wilson now for second to the inside of Matthew White. Wilson's so good at the Glen as well. And he looks to the inside on Benton for a minute. White, though, is clear on Wilson back to second. Chandler back to fourth, and you got Miller top 5. They're all separated by 0.6 of a second, nose to tail at the top of the field. What a battle up front. Hunsicker currently runs in 6th, Lindsay 7th. Here comes White. Looks on the bumper. He moves, actually goes to the grass a little bit. That'll be a slowdown. That'll be a slowdown for Matthew White. He's going to have to give up the spot to Wilson, I think.
He also locked up those front tires trying to get in there.
I mean, I'm assuming he can make it on fuel, Eli.
Fuel, yeah, fuel's not. If you got overtime, they can get close.
I mean, White's going to actually now fall back to P4 from that slowdown. Unfortunate for him. Big mistake. Wilson is now in second. Bryce Benson now leads. Top 3 are all Rams. Very unrealistic up front right now. Oh, Matthew White got loose. Here comes that 14, and he's going to pass Ashton Miller up to 4th. And now the top 4 are all Rams. How about that? Something you don't see every day in real life, like I said. Heading up to the implement yet again. Benson, your leader. Wilson, second. Chandler, P3. Wilson's actually a little bit quicker than that 9 machine.
Oh, cool. Boston's fun.
Oop. Obviously, someone.
I saved it.
He's back going again. To the grass they go. Wilson now trying to run down Benson. I mean, it still is early on in this race. You still got to save your stuff up. White is going to start the battle with Miller for 4th. Trying to get back inside of the top 4. We are already coming to 20 to go, which is lap 6. Like I said, this race is very short. It's only half distance of the Cup race on Thursday. Head back in a walk. See now Cameron Chandler. He goes a little bit of fly back there. Until they go. Wilson is close. He is coming on the bumper of Benson. Battle is on for the lead of the Glen between Wilson and Bryce Benson, 2 very solid road course racers, 2 kart drivers in real life as well. They know how to get around these racetracks. Oh, and the wall! Oh my goodness! That was a big mistake by Cole Wilson. He hit the wall on the entry of the corner. The bus stop, I mean.
Look to the inside. Never mind.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake by Cole Wilson. Can't believe he just made that. And yeah, now that truck has damage. Here comes Chandler, pushes him to the grass a little bit. Chandler looks to the inside now on Wilson. Actually drops back in line, but yeah, you cannot make that mistake. Of course, heading into the bus stop, you saw it right there. Cole Wilson just hits the wall on the entry. It sticks out just a little bit. You got to go really close to it. Obviously, you can't hit it, but yeah, that's a mistake you do not make. So very unfortunate for Cole Wilson. Doesn't look actually that bad. I mean, it looked like he hit it really hard. He had a lot of damage at first, but honestly, looking at it now, it doesn't look damaged really at all. I don't know if that's just cosmetic, not looking bad. Maybe there's something going on under the truck. We don't really know, but we'll see if you can now start to keep pace with Benson. Doesn't look terrible. Heading now back to the bus stop where he just hit the wall, this time much cleaner for Cole Wilson. He might have gotten away with that one. Wow.
We're going to battle for 3rd.
Yeah, here comes Miller.
How'd it happen?
Aston Miller now pressuring Cameron Chandler for that spot. Matthew White also on the bumper of that 14 truck of Miller. White's going to look to the inside here for a second. Here he goes for P4 to the inside of Ashton Miller. Going to be side by side. Heading down to turn number 1, he will make that stick. Matthew White back up to 4th. Looking throughout the field a little bit more. You got Lindsay back there at 7th. Herklotz is currently running in 8th. McMillan goes way wide, having a decent run in P9. P10 is currently Baron Cohen Jr. You got Keaton Shelton, then there's Woodward in P12 in his debut. Cole Clausen is, you got a car coming down pit road. Oh, Youngblood, oh my God. Youngblood just wrecked himself on pit road. Okay, I guess he just wasn't having it then.
Yeah, he just left. I think he had enough.
The gap now 7/10 of a second between Benson and Wilson up front. Wilson is actually starting to get pressure from Cameron Chandler behind.
Matthew got around Miller.
Yeah, we saw that.
Sorry, I fell asleep. of road courses.
Nice try. You would probably fall asleep at Navarra.
Where?
Never mind. I'm not explaining right now. Unbelievable stuff by Landon Johnson right here. As there, of course, is Matthew White. He actually hasn't run down Chandler or anyone else ahead of him, so. Wilson's kind of just stabilized about 7/10 between him and Benson. He was really faster than that 9 truck before hitting the wall, of course. 17 remain at Watkins Glen. Try to challenge for a second between him and his teammate, Cole Wilson. Bryce Benton has never won a Truck Series race in his career. Looks for his first today. Here we go for a second. Chandler trying to close. Right along with Cole Wilson heading back into turn 1. You see how wide they go. NASCAR actually in real life put rumble strips there to try to stop them doing that, but it really didn't work too well. It is legal, of course, you can do that. This isn't Formula 1. Wilson, though, is losing time.
Cole Clausen spun out, maybe? He's really slow.
Oh, yeah. Around he goes. We'll get it fired back up.
I think it's from NASCAR.
It's been a rough day for Cole Clausen so far in this one. Fortunately for him.
Like you were saying, Ethan, Bryce's gap has grown to almost 1 second now.
Yeah, he is just gapping Cole Wilson. Wilson, of course, like I said, was quicker, but I think he is now holding up Chandler, White, and others. That 66 of Matthew White, I would keep my eye on him. Maybe if we get a yellow, he could be up there. Of course, pass for the lead in turn 1 on the first lap. Wilson is still losing time, and Chandler is going to start to pressure him really soon. Wilson is very loose, back at a 1. Here comes Cameron Chandler, P2. Up the inner loop they go. Matthew White back there is still in 4th. Miller is still 5th. Hunziker runs by himself in 6th currently. Watkins Glen is just such a fast road course. Things happen very quickly around here. I guess you would call this the super speedway of road courses. How quick it is. And how it's also very short as well. Also is a driver's favorite. A lot of drivers love this place, and truckers today having a good one. But 14 laps to go this time by. Like I said, a quick race. Ultimately, especially if you don't get any yellows, but points are on the line for drivers still in contention for the Truck Series Championship. Here comes Chandler. He's going to look to the inside for second. Nope, thinks better of it. This could allow White to actually try to close. Maybe on this battle for second as well. Chandler got loose. It's just allowing Benson to pull away now with a gap 1.6 seconds. Growing. I mean, yeah, Cole Wilson is holding up this entire line. They got to go behind him. Here goes Cameron Chandler. He actually gets let go by his teammate. Cole will also let Matthew White go back to 4th, and he will let these two try to chase down Benson, who now has a 2-second lead. Oh, in the grass a little bit goes Chandler. Might have a slowdown, not really sure. No, it doesn't look like it. Benson has actually caught lap traffic. Eli Franklin will get out of the way. Eli not having a great day, obviously.
Nope, I spun off of the final turn and hit the wall. That's all I go. I mean, I was already last, but I'm really last.
Yeah. I mean, you're not technically last because there's some trucks out of the race right now. Chandler is going to let Matthew White go, it looks like. How about that? Okay. White now to 2nd. White gains 2 spots from just people letting him go. That's interesting. Now, can he run down Bryce Benson? The gap is pretty large now, 2.3 seconds, 13 laps to go. Benson did a nice job keeping his head calm there, under pressure and pulling away when these guys were battling behind him. They are pushing so hard. You see how much they're sliding around. Battle is now on for third. Wilson has caught Cameron Chandler now for that spot. All of a sudden, looks like Cole is faster than the 8. Miller, he's been quiet today back there. We thought he could actually win the race today. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out that well in qualifying and hasn't really been able to get the track position today. That's why I said qualifying was so important in this race with it only being 25 laps. I mean, we talked about it earlier. There's opportunities to, obviously, to pass here at the Glen, but with so many other fast drivers up front, it's going to be hard. We've already seen that today with Benson now with a 2.4 second lead with all the guys battling behind him. I think Matthew White is just ever so slightly actually cutting into Benson's lead. We'll see.
Yeah, I've been watching the lap times the last few laps, and Matthew's been a little faster to about the same.
Oh, in the grass, Cole Wilson. That might be a slowdown. First, when I say slowdown, I mean a slowdown penalty where you have to, obviously slow down the truck after cutting the course. Wilson now is starting to struggle yet again. He'll go wide. Here comes Miller trying to battle for that 4th spot. Looking back there in 7th is your points leader, Payson Lindsay. He's still trying to have a solid day. And here comes Miller to the inside of Wilson. Easily makes that spot. He's up to P4. Actually, Wilson actually fights back to his inside. Back through turn 1. He'll go wide. Wilson's still on the inside. They're also allowing Braden Hunsicker to try to close. Hunsicker to the outside, maybe he's gonna be door to door up to the yeses. Wilson actually backs out of the gas. Here comes Braden Hunsicker, who currently runs in 6th. He gets loose, trying to get inside the top 5. Miller is sideways as well. Here comes Wilson, gonna pull out a line to the inside, all the way down low, nearly to the grass. Side by side, clear. Oh, but he goes really deep. Oh my goodness! Wilson gonna go sideways, and he'll nearly take out Hunsicker. Wow! That could have been disastrous. That did give Cole Wilson some damage, though.
Yeah, Hunsicker, he's been one of the he's been probably top 3 fastest trucks on the tracks today.
Well, I don't know if that's going to matter now. My goodness. Nearly got destroyed by Cole Wilson, and he did lose some time from that. But look up front, the gap.
Turclot's spun out back here.
Look what that is. There he goes in the 13th truck, and he gets fired back up again.
Not a very good spot to be.
Yeah, I don't know why he's in that. I don't know what's going on here with Christian. He is gonna.
He just spun out by himself in front of me.
He's still sitting there. I don't know what's going on. Now he gets to roll again, and we're gonna stay green. All right. Well, the gap was closing actually a little bit, even more, but Benson had a couple of good corners and now intend to go back to 1.9. But it is still closer than earlier. But Matthew's going to have to take more chunks out of that than he is right now. He wants to have a chance to close and up the gap and also pass that 9 truck.
I wouldn't count the 8 truck out either. He's starting to catch Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew's pretty loose. My goodness. Only coming to 9 to go this time by. Things are really heating up. There's Wilson with damage. Might actually fall into the clutches of Payson Lindsay. Of course, looking at your Truck Series point standings entry tonight here at the Glen, Lindsay was leading over Knox Thompson, Urban, Hartbotts, and Chandler was the only one that's in this top 10 right now, even, that is in the top 5 in points. So it's could be another good points day for Pace and Lindsay with 2 to go at Talladega, which he's really good at, and then Las Vegas, which I don't think he's that bad at either. So Pace and Lindsay maybe on his way to a Truck Series title, who knows? Run 7th place today. The gap now still 1.9 seconds between White and Benson. Not really anything changing.
They're going to start catching some lap cars, so Matthew, this gap should start shrinking for Matthew.
I know, but I feel like they're going to move out of the way. Zanerman, really good friends with Bryce Benson. Cole Clausen, he's been struggling today. I don't think he'll put up too much of a fight.
Couple good set of corners for Matthew right there, down to 1.6.
All it takes is one long corner, one long trying to get out of the way and cuts him off. Makes him check up. That's one bad corner for him to catch up.
8 to go. Matthew is really pushing. It's down to 1.4, so he did have a couple of good corners there for Matthew White. They will go back down and into turn 1 here.
Cameron's keeping pace with him too, down to 2.2.
I mean, Bryce Benson, I know he got disqualified last week. Maybe pretty controversial fashion, but he has been so winning so many times lately all around the league. He's won Grand National races, Cup races, now looking to win his first truck race today.
And to 1.1 now.
Yeah, he is coming. He really is. Matthew White trying to run down Bryce Benson. White, of course, a 2-time Cup winner at this track.
It also helps a lot being close to where you can watch the guy in front of you just brake slightly later each corner. You make up a lot of time doing that.
I mean, yeah, that's for sure as well. Here goes Matthew White. They're only coming to 7 to go this time by, though. There's not a very long time to watch this one. Benson looks like an okay corner. Matthew White still trying to push behind him. Riding along with Price. Looking back here, currently P4 is Ashton Miller. 5th is now Hunsicker. See Lindsay back there, actually passed Co Wilson for 6th, so that's another spot for Lindsay. 7th is now Wilson. Zanerman a lap down. This battle for 8th has been amazing between that 70 McMillan and Baron Cohen Jr. I think people keep spinning out and they keep gaining spots. It's currently now a battle for 8th. It was for, I believe, 11th. So pretty impressive there. The gap now 1.2. It was 1 second a minute ago. I mean, but Matthew White still needs more if he wants to try to catch Benson. We'll see what he can do.
I feel like Matthew's strongest part of the track is like the bust up and then on pick up the corners after that.
That was a terrible exit, it looks like, for Benson. It actually didn't show up too terrible on the timing board. Looked worse than it was. 6 laps to go, Watkins Glen. Time is starting to run out for Matthew White. He just sees that 9 truck ever so slightly coming closer to him, but will he have enough time to get there? We've been all green all race like we kind of expected with it being such a short race at a road course. Not a big surprise. Lap traffic ahead of them, that is Cole Clausen. What Bryce can't do is get a slowdown penalty. That'll really hurt him. Ram looking for their first ever NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series win and their first ever start as well. Brand new to the series. They currently occupy 3 of the top 5 spots right now. The 2 held by Ford and a Chevrolet. Ford trying to chase down a Ram for the win. 5 to go at Watkins Glen. A little bit further back, you'll see Hunsicker trying to run down Ashton Miller for 4th. Miller was a guy that was currently top 7 in points, so he still does have a chance here. Was 7th, Hunziker was 9th. Cameron, of course, like I documented, was 5th, so finishing 3rd in this race.
Oh,
He
Wilson's
actually,
down pit mode.
that's unfortunate for Cole. He was 6th in the points entering the day. As Bryce is now caught in the lap traffic. Oh, this is a bad spot to catch lap traffic. Oh my goodness. Cole Clossy actually will get out of the way for Bryce Benson, so it won't hurt him that much, it looks like.
Gap's under 9/10 now, though.
White did gain. Once Clossy, gets out of the way for Matthew White as well. Wilson, of course,
Matthew's just really good getting through the bus stop and setting him up for that next corner.
Wilson down pit road getting service. 4 laps to go at Watkins Glen this time by. Bryce Benson looking to start off his week the best he possibly can. So also getting out of the way for Chandler. Like I said, this could be a really good points day for Cameron Chandler if he finishes 3rd. He could gain on Lindsay, who currently runs 6th. Not going to be a ton, but... Oh, and this is bad. Oh my goodness, how about this? Wilson comes out in front of Bryce Benson. And Benton gets slowed down by that 2072 truck. What are we seeing now? Oh my goodness. Down the backstretch they go. Here goes Benton looking to the inside of the lap truck Wilson, who just came out at probably at the worst possible time for this 9 machine. This is big now. The battle is going to be on for the lead in a minute. Benton cannot find a way around. Remember, Wilson is on fresh tires. Oh man. Can you believe it? The gap now 0.6 of a second. Coming at 3 to go this time by. That lap truck is still in the way. Actually is pulling away from Benson now. That's probably the best thing. I mean, that's probably all Benson can hope for at this point. 3 to go with the Glen.
It's going to be half a second coming across the line.
Benton drives to the inside. Aggressively, doesn't work. Can't get around him. He'll lose time heading to the inner loop. Lapper still in the way from Benton and White. Oh, this is going to kill him. Here comes Matthew White. He is there. He's got to thank Cole Wilson for everything. Not really sure why Wilson's doing this. It's kind of unsportsmanlike, let's be honest. Benton looks to the inside.
Yeah, I think with all the stuff he did at Darlington.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Nobody's really happy with the 9, but here comes White. He's there to his bumper. Bryce, of course, not the most popular driver right now around the garage or in the fan base either. So what will happen now? Will there be contact between White and Benton as well? Wilson's still sitting there on fresh tires, so he can do whatever he wants there. He's going to look to the inside, and Benton can't get there. He might actually have a bad exit. Matthew White's coming. He gets loose. Here comes White. Benton all the way down low. 2 laps to go. He's to his outside. Here comes Matthew White. Side by side. Back into turn 1. White around the outside of Benton. They're door to door for the race lead. White nearly to the wall. Side by side, back up to the yeses. Contact is made. White goes wide. He'll lose time. Benton pulls away now 0.5 of a second, but the lap truck, Cole Wilson, is still there. Back to the bus stop. White goes really deep. Oh my goodness. He actually made time up. Wilson's still sitting in front of Benton. White is back. We're going to have a battle for the win on the final lap at Watkins Glen. Coming to 1 to go this time by. The lap truck, Cole Wilson still there. Benton trying to get around him all he can, but for the lead, he's got Matthew White right on his bumper. Coming to 1 to go this time by. Final lap in Watkins Glen. Can Matthew White get around the 9? 1 lap to go. Here comes Benton aggressively to the inside of Cole Wilson. He'll lock up the tires a little bit. They're going to make contact almost. They both go wide. Here comes Matthew White. Sideways for Benton. White to the inside. Door to door through the S's. They There is contact! Still side by side. White, he gets pushed out of line, and Benton is somehow still clear. Wilson is out of the way. Benton, though, he is loose. Final time down the back. There is contact again! Here comes White! Door to door through the bus stop. More contact being made. Oh, White goes really loose. Here comes Chandler. But he takes the lead. Will he have a slowdown, though? I'm not really sure. He doesn't have a slowdown. He's the slow way down. He checks up Benton. Here comes Chandler. Oh, they both slide. Cameron to the inside. Cameron's clear. Bryce crashes. Big wreck. Final time. 2 more corners. What a race. Here they come. White goes wide to left. One final shot.
Send it.
He'll drive it in deep. It'll not work. What a win! What a battle! Unbelievable! Cameron Chandler will lead 1 lap, but a win in Watkins Glen. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
I don't know. He was running third coming out of the bus stop.
Wow. Bryce Benton crashes on the final lap. Where even is he? There he is, coming across the line with his damaged 9 car. Led easily the most laps, but comes home still with a 6th place finish. Not bad at all. But Cameron Chandler, how about that for the points? He'll win in Watkins Glen, his first truck win of the year. Oh, man. I mean, you said it, Landon, with a half a lap to go. You said watch Cameron here. And what do you know? Just unbelievable. What a finish. What a finish. And that all kind of, you know, went down because of what Bryce Benton did in Darlington. Cole Wilson not very happy with that 9 truck holding him up on fresh tires as a lapper. And yeah, that's kind of what that does. I mean, piss people off, that's kind of what you get at that point. Nothing wrong Wilson did, nothing against the rules. Not like he took out Benton or anything, just sat in his way, sat in his line, lost some time, and ultimately lost him the race. And Cameron Chandler leads 1 lap, wins Ram's first ever race in the Truck Series, and gets it done from the Glen. How about it? That's a voice crack, but how about it? Only 2. I'm sure Eli's very proud. Cameron Chandler, your winner at Watkins Glen. Unreal. What a race. Unticker will come home in 4th today. We got to look what happened there on the final lap. Just thrilling scenes here. I mean, oh.
I mean, Cameron was like almost the second back going to that final lap. Cole Wilson, he just got in the way, and Matthew and Bryce got next to each other, and then all of a sudden, Cameron's right there, took advantage.
I mean, it's not every day you lead 1 lap at a road course and you win. But that day is today for Cameron Chandler. How about it?
See, we had 0 last week with Landon Johnson. We have 1 with Cameron.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But no, into that bus stop, they were side by side, and that allowed Cameron to gain so much time. Matthew had that slowdown penalty, and Cameron just took advantage. He was right behind Benson, and Matthew White obviously had to slow down, so he slowed down right in front of Bryce Benson, try to help himself by making him slow down. But Cameron just drove right by them.
I mean, we'll have to take a look in the replays here. Just what a race, what a finish! Wow, I'm still speechless. We're going to look what happened before we go to post-race interviews here at Watkins Glen, how Cameron Chandler won this race. So we're going to look from his POV from about the last half or so lap. So, of course, White took the lead from Benson. Let's take a look. Oh, I know. Of course, White had that slowdown. Here we go. We'll start from here. All right. So here they go down the back straightaway. I mean, Cameron is still, what, like how 10 truck lengths back. heading to the bus stop. Of course, White goes wide. He takes the lead, but of course has that slowdown penalty. Benson's still there running in second. And then, of course, White steps on the brakes, and he blocks Bryce Benson. I mean, that makes sense after what we saw last week in Darlington. That just allows the 8 car to go on by, 8 truck to go by, and here goes Benson into the wall, crashes Cole Wilson. So, and then one final shot here you're going to see in a minute for Matthew White behind Cameron. Through the final corner, sends it in really deep, just not enough. And Cameron Chandler leads 1 lap. White hits the wall, still came home and so. That was a big blow. Oh my God, he wrecked Ashton Miller.
Mashed into the wall.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. Oh, Miller was not pleased with Matthew White there. Wow. So, obviously, Miller would have gotten second there if White didn't door slam it. Man, that was a pretty aggressive block for second, let's be real.
Yeah, my God, they just turned dead right on him.
The photo finish, and yeah, Miller, like you said, was not pleased at all with Matthew White after that one. I do want to see how ultimately Bryce Benson got sideways. Didn't have a great angle at that. We'll ride along with the 9 truck.
Usually have a wide exit there. It's very easily you step on the spot on the back end takes down.
These are going to be some interesting post racing. Oh, he just got loose. Takes out Wilson, which is kind of funny. And around he goes into the wall.
You saw that also. He slightly got into the grass. That could have hurt his rear tires. If he tried to step on the gas, there could have been some grass on there.
Yeah, just unbelievable. When you got Cameron Chandler right in here. Cameron Chandler, you lead 1 lap at Watkins Glen, and you come home with the Truck Series victory. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Take me through it.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, we qualified second. I'm pretty happy with that speed, but then we got knocked off the track through the S's on the first lap, and didn't have the track position anymore. We had solid pace until we killed the tires trying to run down Bryce and Matthew, and then Cole Wilson, he decided he was gonna get out on the racetrack and be a crazy cow, and I don't really know what happened on that last lap. I didn't think I had any chance at it, and Bryce and Matthew decided they were gonna start beating the snot out of each other, and I just kind of snuck through and got the win. So nice to get a road course win, and we ran pretty well here, and looking forward to Thursday. Hopefully we can do the same.
Yeah, of course. What kind of a confidence booster is this that you can now run really well at these road courses with other guys you're going to be racing for the Cup win on Thursday with? And, of course, you beat them all there at the end. If this sort of thing happens on Thursday, what kind of confidence do you have now?
Yeah, I am glad we have that pace, especially here. I feel like this is probably my best road course now. I don't know how I'll be in the Gen 4, but if we can hang with Matthew and even out-qualify Matthew White or on a road course, I think that's pretty good. And yeah, I want to win for some extra bonus points going into the chase, but either way, this race doesn't really matter too much for me too much.
You guys still are technically in contention for the truck title, but what were your thoughts there on what Cole Wilson pulled?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know exactly what Cole Wilson was doing. I just know he got out in front of Bryce and he was slow. I don't know how terror he was, but it was interesting to watch for quite a while, and then eventually, like with 3 to go, I saw them the 3 dots ahead slowly getting closer. Then white flag. Did I just blow up? I don't know what just happened. White flag. They were right in my lap, and oh yeah, I blew up. Poor engine. I hope we're not reusing this one, Lucas. But yeah, they just got closer right in my lap, and then through the carousel, I just went right on through.
All right, Cameron Chandler. Well, congratulations. You of course aren't you a truck champion, or am I dumb? No, you're not.
No, I could be, but both seasons I decided I was gonna miss a race, and that's why I lost both of them.
Yeah, I think this might be your first non-super speedway win, maybe.
That is absolutely not true. You know, there was quite a while. I was like 5-0 in the truck series.
Well, it's your first road course win, that's for sure, in the truck series. But of course, congratulations. Have fun drinking all of the Monster Energy there in your cursed Dodge down in Victory Lane. We will see you on. Well, nice try. We'll see you on Thursday.
The Talladega race was a great race. We love Carson Hocevar. Shout out my boy.
Yes, we do.
What a horrific statement.
ETR, JGR, all Toyotas suck. You heard that right, Aiden Halls. Shove you on top, Cameron D08. That 8 car, we're going to Victory Lane.
Nice try. Anyways, coming up next, we're going to see in a minute for more post-race interviews. Let's bring in Bryce Benson, I guess. Or wait, Miller and Hunsicker, you want interviews?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, so Miller, you finished
Um,
third. Oh, you fruit. Miller, you finished third. But it was definitely a little bit of a battle there to the line with Matthew White. What are your thoughts on that? Him kind of door slamming you for second.
Honestly, Matthew White should be sentenced to jail. He should be sentenced to the guillotine for that move. But, you know, I can't be mad, but at the same time, Bryce didn't win, and that's a win in my book. Because what he did at Darlington and what he got today was completely deserved, and I think Cole Wilson holding him up was definitely deserved, and I'm glad he didn't win this race.
All right, Miller. Well, anyways, we go to the Cup race, of course, on Thursday night. You guys are always very solid at these road courses. Never really are able to get the win, though. You think that maybe changes Thursday?
I maybe, but maybe we can also get the win at tomorrow too for
yeah.
Grand National because we'll be racing for DO8.
All right, Ashton
But
Miller will. Oh,
yeah, that's about it. And also, Ethan Trundler is a decent human being.
wow. What a statement.
uh,
Anyways,
um,
Braden Hunsicker, you guys will finish in fourth. It was a quiet day, but you guys actually gained spots from the chaos that was going on. I think we're up from maybe seventh or sixth to fourth. How about
sixth. Yeah. Well, we were okay for the most part. Qualified sixth, stayed in sixth for most of the race. Just couldn't really catch the guys in front of me for the most of the race. But then, in those closing laps, I was starting to catch Miller, and then terrorism at its finest in the front. I don't know what happened up there, but Bryce Benn got murdered in every every form, and we were just able to pick up a couple spots from that, and then you know. I thought I was gonna get another spot at the line with Matthew McWhite and Ashton Miller, but fortunately we didn't. But I'll take a P4. P4 is pretty nice. I enjoy this combo a lot. Definitely one of my favorite road courses, and it's great. It's great.
Well, of
Everything's
course.
great.
Well, of course, we have race number 17 of the Cup Series season coming up on Thursday, and as you know, it's been close all season. But you guys, of course, are defending series champions, still winless. You think that maybe changes this Thursday?
Um, it could, but I don't think it will. I think the winless streak's going to continue, unfortunately. And it's just been that type of season, I guess, for the most part. Reliving my season one days, going winless most of the season. But it's going to come at some point, but I don't think it's going to come here. I don't really think I've got the road courses nailed down that well. We were close at Sonoma, but I think we just don't have the speed for this one, considering there's a lot of good guys that are going to be racing with us, like Cameron, Matthew, Miller. Those guys are just hard to beat, and we're definitely looking to win, but we're just going to be hoping for a good finish for the most part.
All right, Braden. Well, nice job, top 5 today, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yep, nice try, Fatty.
Wow. Anyways, coming up next, Bryce Benton. Bryce Benton. Well, this is definitely not the way you guys wanted to finish out this race. You finished sixth. You crashed there on the final lap, but you led 22 out of the 25 laps tonight. I mean, but Cole Wilson, unfortunately, I don't know what was going on between you guys exactly. If you have any insight, can you give us that to us and just what happened there?
Yeah, no clue. I'm assuming it was just probably about Darlington, even though I did nothing to him at Darlington. I don't really know, but yeah, I mean, I that's who I'm mostly mad at. I'm not even really mad at White because I mean I knew I had something coming, and that's I mean while it's frustrating, obviously I did the same at Darlington. I mean I own up to it. I mean that's kind of what I deserved. I expected something to happen anyways if he got to me, and I mean I wanted to maybe like I don't know maybe move Cole out the way at some point. Try to get to his bumper. Just to get him out the way, but just never really worked. And also I wanted to be clean about it too. I didn't want to just absolutely dump him because I already did enough of that last week. So yeah, I don't know. it's definitely unfortunate. It was obviously my fault for spinning. That was completely my fault. Even though I got that bad block, I could have definitely saved it. And I don't know. That was my fault. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of sucks, but I wasn't gonna win anyways. After that block, I mean, yeah, it was just. I mean, I felt really good that race. Felt like I had a shot to win, but I mean, at least that showed we do have pace, and we'll just have to bring that for the cup race on Thursday.
Well, of course, yeah, Thursday's Cup race coming up. It's been just an unbelievable season still for you guys in the Cup Series. Unfortunately, Darlington didn't really go your way after getting disqualified, obviously losing a ton of chase points as well. But you guys, very good here. You had a little bit of issues here last season, but obviously still very good on the road courses. You think another win could be coming?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, yeah, obviously Darlington was unfortunate. Was getting DQ'd. I mean, I think DQ could was maybe a fair penalty, but to me, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think the 20 chase points was fair, but I'm not gonna argue it too much in an interview. But yeah, I think we could definitely have a shot at the Glen. I mean, yeah, I mean, we won the last road course at Sonoma. I mean, it was a little lucky, obviously, but still had solid pace there, and I think we could maybe have a shot. Just don't want to let that DQ hurt my momentum at all on this race. Also, we're just gonna move on from it, and yeah, I just don't want to let it hurt my momentum that I had going. So yeah, we'll see what we can do.
All right, Bryce Benson. Well, sorry about those late race issues for you guys after dominating the day, but we will see you on Thursday night's Cup race. Or are you doing Grand National?
No, no.
All right, so we will see you Thursday for the Cup Series.
Yep.
Couple more to go. Next up, Pace and Lindsay. Well, Pace and Lindsay, you guys actually get a decent finish here. I believe you started 8th. One car didn't start the race, so you technically started 7th. You gained 2 spots here after some chaos happened. So how about it? You get a top 5 of the day as our points leader. This is going to be, I think, it won't extend your points lead because Cameron won the race, but it still is going to be a great points day overall for you guys. Hello, hello. Pace and Lindsay.
Hello. Hello.
I didn't realize I was muted.
Wakey, wakey.
Anyway. So we had like maybe P7, P8 pace like the entire race. We got terrorized by Braden on lap 1.
Huh?
He made
Huh?
slight contact with the
You
race
drove
leader.
into my
No,
line. We're gonna duke it out on the pit road right now. We're duking it out.
You made
duking
slight
it out.
contact with the racing.
Wow, okay.
I guess I won the fight. Yay. I knocked him out. I knocked him out cold.
Well, Payson, do you have anything
On
else to say?
Snacker Reveals.
Wow.
Yep, okay. He's gone.
What a
He's on the ground right now.
We're bringing in Zane Rahman. All right,
He's
Zane
looking like
Rahman,
Zilich.
all right, Zane Rahman. Unfortunately, it wasn't the greatest day for you guys. You
Hey, all.
will come home a lap down in 14th here at the Glen. I think you had a spin. I'm not mistaken. Or no, you didn't have a spin. You just went through the grass that one time we saw. But yeah, unfortunately, you got lapped, of course. But 14th place result. What ultimately? How ultimately would you grade your day here at the Glen?
I mean, to be honest, Ethan, like I've really struggled on these road courses, and they're not my specialty as well as the team. So, yeah, we've struggled to get speed like on these type of tracks, even if we're just putting in our best effort. So, I mean, I don't mind it really since we barely have them on the schedule, but still, it's a tough thing to do. Like every time we come here.
Well, of course, we obviously have the Cup race coming up on Thursday night with the Gen 4 cars. First ever time the Gen 4 car will be used here at Watkins Glen International. So, you guys, of course, not really in contention for anything in the chase in the Cup Series this season. But, of course, with it being a road course, what kind of experience do you think you gained here tonight in the trucks that you can maybe apply to Thursday?
Oh, to be fair, I mean, like the truck and the Gen 4, they're 2 entirely different cars, so I don't think I really learned anything whatsoever. But forget next and this week, Ethan. I mean, it's next week that we're definitely most looking forward to. When we just Daytona. I mean, I won there once, like an iCar, so yeah. I mean, like preparation's gonna be like all like focused on there. I mean, I really don't care like where the hell I finish like on Thursday, so yeah.
All right, Zane. Well, of course, still nice job on the run tonight here at the Glen. We will see you for Thursday night's Cup race.
Yep, thank you.
All right, and that will just about wrap it up here at Watkins Glen International.
I'm Chop Deliver. I see how it is.
Wow, Ethan McMillan.
Oh.
Where'd you guys even finish? I closed my
Seventh.
ticker. Tech, oh, 7th. How about that? Not a bad finish at all. You beat some guys like Cole Wilson, who's terrible. But you guys have a good day here at the Glen anyways. How about it?
It was actually really good. This is one of my favorite road courses. I mean, it's kind of everyone's that's in the NASCAR side of things favorite road course. But I actually felt like I had really good pace. I battled with Baron Cohn pretty much the whole time. I actually am pretty tuckered out from that race legitimately because there was not one lap where I was mellow. I had Baron Cohn right on my bumper the whole time, and pretty much I ran 7th place speed, which I feel like is really good for me. I always have fun when we do trucks and road courses, so it was actually a pretty fun combo. I think I have actually learned a lot. I know Ramen was talking about how maybe you don't learn a lot, but I feel like I did because the way you race here has been different with the recent iRacing updates than at least what I've experienced recently. So I think it was actually a very good run.
Well, of course, you guys entering with 9 races to go in this Grand National Series season at Watkins Glen. You enter 6th in the Grand National points. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit of a skid for you guys after a couple DNFs after having the points lead, losing that obviously back to P6. Do you think that skid could possibly stop tomorrow?
I think I'll be able to have a good points finish. Yeah, I feel very confident racing at Watkins Glen. I personally feel better going into Watkins Glen than I did Darlington. I'm not very good at Darlington particularly, so yeah, I think it will. I think we can start an onward trend past Watkins Glen onward. I'm feeling more comfortable with the schedule now.
All right, Ethan. Well, of course, nice job on the run tonight. P7, how about that? A very solid finish for you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night in the Grand National race.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, well, what a day. Looking at the points right now, of course, 2 races left to go this Grand National Series season. You have Talladega coming up next in maybe a month or so. Then, of course, the finale at Las Vegas. And now, after his win, Cameron Chandler has now cut the gap to 10 points. Now he is 2nd behind Payson Lindsay, your points leader. So it is close. Knox Thompson sits 11 back in 3rd. Urban Miller completes your top 5. You got Herklatz, Braden Hunsicker, Wilson, White, and Zane Rahman your top 10. Bryce Benson would have had a much better points day. Might actually would have been still contention for the title a little bit, but I think he's kind of out of that now. So I think realistically it is kind of between Lindsay, Chandler, Thompson, maybe Urban, maybe Miller. But I think at this point Lindsay, Chandler, kind of your 2 most realistic options here for your championship contention. But we'll see what happens coming to Talladega, of course. A lot more action to come this week. Next up tomorrow night is the Grand National race here at Watkins Glen. So Eli and Landon, what a night from the Glen. Unbelievable finish. I mean, any final thoughts of this one? How about it?
Nope.
Wow. But I thought, looking back at the replay, that was a very crazy finish. Maybe not qual-wise that it will translate to Thursday or even tomorrow, but just to feel the track will definitely help some of these drivers going into tomorrow, Thursday night. 25 laps. I mean, I know it's not the same car like I said, but that's a stage for the Cup Series. A stage for the Cup Series. You just get a feel for it, and obviously I will have pit stops probably tomorrow, but we'll see if it goes green or not. But hopefully tomorrow is just as good as it was tonight, and hopefully Thursday's the same.
Yeah, it certainly will be interesting here at Watkins Glen tomorrow night for the Grand National Series. Starts, of course, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live on the channel, and it's got the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series. 9 races left this season. The championship fight is absolutely on at the front of the field. Should be fun tomorrow night. All right, so that will do it tonight for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series. Next time the trucks will be on track will be Talladega next month. So on behalf of all team owners, commentators, drivers, officials, everyone involved making this league what it is, we thank you for watching tonight. This live presentation of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Truck Series at Watkins Glen International. We will see you tomorrow for the Grand National Series race. Good night from Watkins Glen International.